Hey everybody, my name is Ryrie the Writer. I'm back with you guys with a movie, just talk, not a review. I haven't seen the American Society, can I say this? Whatever, I'm black. The American Society of Magical Negroes. That's the name. It's a catchy name. It definitely stands out. It makes you pause. That's a tough name. The American Society of Magical Negroes. That name actually kind of slaps. It could have been something. Anywho, the movie completely bombed. It doesn't surprise me per se. I haven't seen the movie. That's why I said this isn't a review. We're just talking about box office sales. And I'm going to go over the plot a little bit. Though I did not see the movie, thanks to the internet. Thank you, internet. I appreciate you. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube. Shout out to you. Thank you, the dark web. Yo, call me Spider-Man. Miles Morales. Thank you, dark web. I was able to see like major clips of the movie. Like I saw the part where Aaron, or I'm gonna call him AKA AA Ron. I saw that clip of his speech at the end of the movie. It kind of reminded me of the speech that what's her name, America Ferrera, I believe that's her name, she did in the Barbie movie. So I saw that. I saw another clip of AA Ron speaking to a white woman who was getting money from the ATM, and her being so fearful of this light-skinned biracial looking man that she felt threatened and wanted to call the cops. And that's when the magical protagonist, played by, what is his name? David Alan Grier. Really great actor. Very great actor. I've been watching him since I was a little girl. Very great actor. Rescues Aaron and takes him into the society of the magical black Negroes. Yeah, that's really the premise. Yeah, it's really crazy. I'm wondering, do you guys want me to just tell you the premise without reading it from, without reading it off of Wikipedia? Maybe I should do both. Let me see. Let me just read the premise. Okay, so I'm on Wikipedia right now. So this is the plot of the American Society, the Magical Negro. The plot is a young biracial African-American man. Definitely that's Justice Smith. Keep in mind, Justice Smith, he played in the Pikachu movie. Yeah. So a young biracial African-American man, Aaron, or aka AA Ron, displays his yarn sculpture, yeah, at an art gallery, facing rejection. That's tough. No one buys his work. Advised by the white gallery owner, dang, to approach a Pacific patron, Aaron, AA Ron, is mistaken for a waiter, dang, and handed an empty glass. At the bar, African-American bartender Roger empathizes with AA Ron's experience. Discouraged, AA Ron discards his sculpture and heads home. On the way home, yeah, he encounters a drunk white woman struggling with an ATM. Attempting to assist, he's falsely accused of theft, leading to a physical assault by two white men. Oof, white people. You won't leave AA Ron alone. Roger intervenes, returning the white woman's purse and diffusing the situation with a restaurant recommendation. Yeah, that's the clip I saw with AA Ron talking to that white lady. Roger introduces Aaron to the American Society of Magical Negroes. A group aiming to safeguard African Americans by appeasing white individuals. Aiming to appease white individuals. AA Ron witnesses historical acts of reassurance by black men towards whites embodying the society's mission. Under Roger's mentorship, Ron helps a shy white police officer, Miller, gain confidence at a dance club. A chance encounter with Lizzie, a woman with a multi-ethnic background. Yeah, is that me? Multi-ethnic background. I love these. I love these sensory words. Multi-ethnic background. Is that me? I'm black though. I'm not biracial either. I'm just black. I really am. There's some other stuff cooking in my pot. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware of that. I know. But I like to think that God was cooking me in a really nice oven, right? Like a really nice stainless steel oven. And my other siblings were also cooking. We were cooking at different times. We were all in the oven at the same time. And my younger brothers, God was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure they get toasted. They're nice and warm, they're glazed, they get a caramel drizzling on top. Everyone's gonna love them. They're not gonna have to battle and worry about sunblock. Like, they can live their life with a glaze and just be beautifully brown. Me, on the other hand, I feel like God just took me out the oven. I feel like God wasn't even reading the timer with me, and he wasn't paying attention, because you know sometimes you be making cookies and you just like, oh, you're not checking the time. God really was not checking the time when he was making me. He knew I was in the oven though. Don't get it wrong. He knew I was in the oven, but he took me out a little bit early and I didn't get cooked. So I have zero color. It's a struggle. I don't like the summers because it hurts. It hurts. And you guys can't see it in the video, but my eyes are light too. I have hazel eyes. I have red hair, as you guys can see, and I have really pale skin. And I'm black. Both my parents are black. And it's a struggle. The summers are hard on me. The winters, I blend in with the environment. Someone told me too, it's Twilight for me. I'm Edward. I'm a vampire. I belong in that universe. If they ever make a reboot of Twilight, I might go for an audition. They could cast me, and y'all can see me too. Just do this. Wait, imagine me doing this in Twilight. What do you think I am? Say it. A vampire. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna have to use that. Multi-ethnic background, okay? At a coffee shop leads Ron to develop feelings for her, even as he's called away for society duties, okay? Assigned by the society to assist depressed white colleague Jason at Metbox. Metbox is like a Facebook, because I did see this part of the film. Ron discovers Lizzie also works there, and intertwining his personal and professional lives. So let me just cut it right there, so just show you guys what it is. So Ron joins the society that Roger, the black guy who's also working at that spot, at the, I guess wherever the museum is at, whatever, takes him, gets him into the American Society of Negroes. They have no cool powers. Essentially, the powers that they do have is for appeasing white people. So if a white person is sad or upset or their emotions are going up and down, you get a black magical Negro friend to help you feel better about yourself. And that's where the magic comes in. So Ron gets assigned to work for this white guy who works at this tech company. And he's enjoying his magical Negro abilities. He's having fun with it. And he falls for a white chick. Which to me, at first I was like, I have nothing wrong with interracial dating. You can do whatever you want. I don't care who you talk to. But for the premise of this show, this movie, the society, the American Society of Magical Negroes, you have a biracial looking man, and I believe Justice Smith is biracial, And he's afraid of white people make him feel uncomfortable, and he's there to appease white people to make them feel more comfortable. And he gets with a white girl. But the name of the show, the movie, is called The American Society of Magical Negroes. And I thought to myself, like I said, it's not an issue that he's with a white woman. But if this show is depicting white people as dangerous monsters and animals and predators we have to be fearful of, because, you know, white people are predators. They're more dangerous than sharks. It's based off this show, this movie. Why would he be with a white woman? And that was a plot point where I was just thinking to myself, because like I said, I saw clips of this, like 10-minute, 15-minute clips thanks to the dark web. And I was just like, why? What? Wouldn't it make more sense to have made her character Lizzie black than have the white character like the black girl? Wouldn't that have like at least a little more weight to it? If we're really focused on black people appeasing white people, but yet our main protagonist is going after a white woman, and she's the device that drives the wedge between him and the magical Negroes? Am I thinking about it too hard? Like, tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section. When I'm thinking about it, I just go, why? And I know the director is Kobe Libby. Maybe I'm saying his name wrong, but Libby, Kobe. See, you know, and I looked at the director too. He's very light-skinned too. We're all on the same like color scale. I'm black though. I'm not biracial. So I don't know what a biracial struggle is. I don't know about that. I came from a black mom, black dad. So my reality is black. You cut me open, I bleed dark chocolate. So I don't look at black people any differently. To me, we're all the same. Just different shades, but I don't feel like, oh, those are black people, but I was raised by white people, or this is one side of me, or I just go, we're all black. That's because I'm black. But when I see this, when I was watching this movie, I was going, is the director projecting? Because he does look very biracial. Is this character, is he A.A. Ron? I don't know. But yeah, that's what happens. I will say this about the movie too, since I did get to see bits of it. I do want to see the full movie when it does come out on streaming, just out of pure curiosity. But the parts I did see, the movie isn't horrible. It's not as bad as people are saying it is. I liked the banter between A.A. Ron and Lizzie. I thought they had a really funny personality quirks to each other. Personally, the American Society of Magical Negroes, this movie could have hit. If this movie, damn, and I wish I was on the writers team, because I am a writer, by the way. If they would have switched up some things about this movie could have done, not huge, it's not going to be $1 billion flick, but this movie could have made like 50, 60, 70 billion dollars. The name alone has enough weight behind it. It's a crazy name, but it draws attention to it. But imagine if instead of the throat, because I know what it is, the magical Negro, it's actually it's a practice in Hollywood where you'll have a black African American be in tune somewhere in the psychics. He'll be, or she will have some type of magical ability, and their whole storyline is to help the white heroine, doesn't matter male or female, in their story. So when you think of a magical black Negro, think of what's a good one? The Green Mile, that black guy in there who helped Tom Hanks. He's a magical black Negro. Don't get mad at me, internet, but Rafiki, because, yeah, he was black. He was definitely black, and he was helping Simba. You guys might get mad, but that's where my mind is going right now. Think of Genie, like the Aladdin movie that recently came out, the live action. And a Will Smith being the genie, being black. Yeah, those are all magical black Negroes. And the magical black Negro can also be a fortune teller, an oracle. Think of Matrix. Think of the black oracle, the black woman who was helping out Neo, stuff like that. She could be a good friend, someone who gives masterful advice. But essentially, her whole point of being in the movie is to help white character. But yeah, it could have been something different. Imagine if they wrote the movie, instead of it being satirical or a rom-com, the movie was primarily just a rom-com. Because that's what it felt like to me. Like the chemistry between Aaron and Lizzie was fun. I liked their chemistry. The chemistry made me laugh a lot. Some parts I was cringing, but other parts of the movie I was like, they could have just been a normal rom-com. And it could have been a rom-com where he was part of this society of magical Negroes. And instead of it being for like appeasing white people, it could have just been a society of magical black people. And he fell in love with Lizzie, and he no longer wanted to pursue doing magical things or running magical errands, and he gave up that to pursue love. But it was hard for him to give up his career, which he's been doing maybe for a millennium, or maybe he's an old magical Negro, but you know, he's been alive forever. It could have, like I'm saying, you could have spun it in different ways. Or even from a rom-com kind of just standpoint, where it could have just been funny. Because the movie was funny. I thought it was funny. And that's what I'm saying. The movie isn't as bad as people think it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to tear it apart. You're going to have to watch it for yourself. Because I see a lot of banter on the internet where they're just ripping this movie apart. But yeah, but at the end of the day, is it racist? A little bit. That's what it is. And black people, yes, we can be racist. Yeah, it's hard for anyone to imagine that, but yes, especially if you're calling white people what's the most dangerous animal on the planet. It's a white person. If I were a white person and I was watching this commercial, and the commercial said that about white people and how afraid black people we are of white people, and that was what I'm watching in 2024, if I'm watching that, I would be offended. It would bother me. It really would bother me, especially if I'm pro-black and I'm a white person. I'm pro-black. I have black friends. I enjoy black people. I like black culture. I was down for the BML riots. You know, there's a lot of white people out there who were protesting too. But yet you see this and you're going, what's the most dangerous animal on the planet? It's a white person. I guess, yeah, it's just, this movie wasn't ever going to succeed. And I knew that. I still want to see this movie, but I knew this movie was not going to succeed because of that premise. And also, I mentioned this in my other video. You guys need to go watch it because Netflix is dropping a animated series called Good Times. I'm so sick and tired of black media, black stories having to be intertwined with black struggle or with racism or with white oppression. Why is that? Why do I keep seeing that narrative? Why do these writers and producers and directors and screenwriters and showrunners keep putting us in this light? Is this all you guys think of us? But you know, and that's what I'm saying. For me, I felt like Kobe Libby, he was projecting in this. Like this is his perception of white people, white America, which is fair. You can have that perception. That's perfectly fine, especially if you've gone through those incidences around white people. And I'm sure many black people have their stories of experiences they've had with white people who weren't as pleasant. I'm sure things like that has happened. But yeah, I just for a movie standpoint, I just knew this wasn't going to succeed. And if I was in a position where I was creating a movie that was going to be out in the public, first I always like to think about creativity as well. And I like to think about my audience. When you have a story that's about black people and their only magical ability is to appease white people, who do you think the audience is for? Maybe black people to an extent. maybe white sympathizers, maybe. But what pool of people do you think you're attracting with that story, with that premise, that plot? Not a whole lot of people. I couldn't imagine a whole bunch of people rushing to the theaters going to go see the American Society of Magical Negroes. Imagine a white person, I'm pretty sure they had to have said it, going in line to the theater and going, can I see the American Society of Magical, you know, like, can I say the word Negroes? Where was the money ever going to come from? Where was the money ever going to come from? Definitely not the audience. This movie, it could have just been dropped on Netflix. It could have just been dropped on Netflix. Okay, so I'm going to read to you guys an article. This video is going to be long, but it's whatever. YouTube likes when I make long videos. But yeah, I'm going to read to you guys this article. We're going to go over it a little bit about the box office sales and some quotes and things from the movies. Then I found this Reddit thread, I mean, of black people talking about their experiences watching the movie. Okay, so let's go over it, okay? So the American Society, this is by VTCom, this article. The American Society of Magical Negroes. Yeah, this could have hit. Black people in the wizarding world, right? A black Harry Potter, that sounds cool. If it was just black people having magical abilities, that's pretty badass. It's not that. It's satirical, it's a rom-com. Okay, so the American Society of Magical Negroes bombs with just 1.3 million at the box office because it wasn't made to make money. I could have told you that. This movie being presented to me, I could have told you that straight at the beginning. You presenting this to me, I'd have been like, yeah, this movie ain't gonna make any money. The American Society of Magical Negroes, a race-based satire film that describes white people as the most dangerous animal on the planet. White people in America. Bombed at the box office during its opening weekend, bringing in a paltry 1.3 million and abysmal critical ratings. The ratings are funny. Intended on scathing comedic takedown of the film trope that sees gifted black characters appear to solve problems for struggling whites. How fun. How fun would it be to be a black person who my only worth in this life is to appease white people, to make them feel better. And that's my magical ability. Not to fly, not to cast spells, not to fight warlocks or gremlins, not to fight dark sorcerers or anything fun, not to ride a magical train that takes me somewhere. No. My magical powers is to help struggling white people, to make them feel more comfortable so they don't harm black people. Jeez. So the American Society of Magical Negroes follows protagonist A.A. Ron, played by Justice Smith, as he joins the secret society of superpowered black people. I wouldn't call them superpowered, but yeah, who dedicate their lives to a cause of the utmost importance: making white people's lives easier. I'm tired, you guys. I'm gonna drink my coconut water just a little bit. I'm tired. The film's controversial trailer highlighted an exchange between A.A. Ron, Roger, and another magical inclined black man. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. In the film, society members use white tears metric. Oh my god. Oh no. Why? No. No. Why? Let me read this to you. In the film, society members use white tears metric to track the white population's overall discomfort with high levels opposing an existential threat to blacks. What? White tears? No, not the white tears. No, it's a white tears meter. I was wondering what that meter was. It's a white tears meter. Oh my gosh, it's a white tears metric. Oh my gosh. But according to metrics from the films, oh no. Okay, in showings across 1,147 US theaters, the American Society of Magical Negroes pulled just in 1.3 million, taking home 9th place for the weekend. Kung Fu Panda 4, dang that, they're at 4 now? Dune Part 2, which is amazing. And Imaginary, don't know what that is, topped the box office despite having opened earlier. Damn. Critics also panned the film, with Rotten Tomatoes critics giving it a certified rotten rating of 30%. Damn, that's an F. I would get, man, my parents would beat me for stuff like that, for getting Fs. I wouldn't even want to come home with an F. Damn. And describing it as promising premise, but it's too timid to fully engage with its most provocative ideas. Damn. $1.3 million? That's it? Damn. Damn, that's bad. The American Society of Magical Negroes is funny, but who is this satire for? And I said that. Who is this movie for? It can't be for black people. It's not for me. And I'm black. The American Society of Magical Negroes, a bloodless satire that's too eager to please. Yeah. CNN said it falls short of achieving its satirical mission. Damn. Okay, and the End Wokeness, this is on what is it, X? Said anti-white movie, the American Society of Magical Negroes made just $1 million on its opening weekend in the entire US. Damn. It made a measly $310,000 on Sunday, at a 34% collapse just since Friday. Oh my gosh. In one scene, whites are called the most dangerous animal on the planet. Sheesh. And Elon Musk called this movie super racist. Damn. Another person said it wasn't made in order to turn a profit. It was made to promote black racial grievance, mongering, and spread anti-whiteism. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. Damn. Alright, so let's go to Reddit. I want to read to you guys the review threads. Okay. So the movie's trailer and concept pissed off every black person I've seen talk about it, including myself. Like, whereas Color Purple had a debate on misery porn. I'm gonna use that, misery porn, that's a good word. This one was basically anonymous. Ooh, irritation. And why, I can't cuss, did they make this type of reactions? Okay. Out of curiosity, I checked the RT website to see the profile picture of the critics that gave it a rotten score. It seems every black critic really hated it. Damn. Damn. Something tells me this movie won't have great walk-ups. Yeah. The movie just seems way too far on the nose. Not even good satire, just insufferable. From the synopsis, the American Society of Magical Negroes is a fresh, satirical comedy. They'll need to update now. Damn. And it felt like a rom-com. It really did. The movie felt like a rom-com. Damn. Yeah. The black characters are drawn with so much misery and self-loathing that the humor rarely lands. Damn. Jokes aside, this is really bad. Do we know the budget? Actually, here, let me look it up. Okay, let me look at the budget. I'm actually curious. So this movie made no money, but how much did it cost to make this? Let's go movie budget. Discussion. Magical Negro gross, the mirror. It's showing how much it grossed. Domestic. Aaron. Maybe I typed it in. Let me type in something else. Let's type in budget. Let me go to Wikipedia again. Maybe you'll say it here. Plot, cast, production, theories. Maybe I'll put it down in the comment sections. The little like box. Cause yeah, I can't find it. Cause it should have it. How much it costs. Oh, here we go. Marketing and distribution cost. Okay, let me look down. Okay, I just want a number figure. More fashion decisions. No, it didn't say. That's really weird. Normally, like, you know, they'll mention it for movies. Maybe it's so bad that it doesn't even matter. Because they took a hit. They obviously took a hit with the movie. Like, no matter what. Let me type it is. Cost to make. Barely managing $1 million on opening weekend. Who made it? Kobe Libby. Yeah, I know he made it. I'll look for you guys and I'll put it down in the I'll just put it down in the description box because I can't find it. But no matter what, the movie didn't make anything. Because I think right now the domestic box is $2.3 million, but yeah, the opening weekend it made 1.3. So $2 million, but it's a loss no matter what. They didn't make any money on this. So let's go to the Reddit. Let's go back over there. This is the kind of thing where Mel Brooks and Richard Pryor could have made it work, but current talent doesn't measure up. So it sucks. Wow. Bottoms last year was hilarious. Yeah, people are upset. Oh, here's one person. As soon as I saw the trailer for it, I knew it was cooked. This is going to be a Razzie home run, but it sucks because of what could have been. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, it could have been. It could have been something cool. It could have been magical black people. Even if it was a society where they were like Harry Potter and they lived with the muggles. They lived with white people, or I don't know. But these black people have magical powers. And let's say, you know, Aaron fell in love with a non-magical Negro or a white woman. Still crazy, but yeah, fell in love with a white woman. And he gave up his magic to be with her. Like, that just sounds simple. Like, instead of getting so complex into political debates, racism, racism, identity, anti-whiteness, you know, all those like little sector points, which makes the story a lot more complex. I believe in simplicity. And that's just me. I know not all people like to think about it like that when it comes to storytelling. But when I was in college, it makes me sound so old. It was only like a couple years ago, like 2-3 years ago. But when I was in college, I was trained, and I was trained to write stories in the most simplistic way. Like, my teacher would always tell us, if I were to give you a story, like a movie or whatever, and if I were to give you 15 words to surmount this movie, could you do it? Right? And something like this, it's so complex because there's so many different layers within this movie. It's like the Barbie movie almost. There's so many different layers going on in this movie. It's hard to grasp where you're going. And that's also a failure with this. But yeah, it could have just been a simple little story. Magical Negroes, magical black people. It didn't have to be the most dangerous animal on the planet to white people, or measuring white people by their white tears metric, that little meter on the side. And we have our abilities are here to appease white people and make them feel more comfortable around us so they don't harm us. And all the white people in this film seem to have an agenda or a fear tactic against black people. I don't know, who wants to see that? Ugh, that doesn't sound fun. If I was a magical black Negro, I would not be using my powers to appease white people. I would just be a magical black Negro. That would just be me. Give me some powers. Why do I have to make white people feel better? Why? I don't know. This year has turned out to be a little weird. It's turned out to do a lot. But yeah, if you've seen this movie, tell me how you feel about it down below in the comment section. And like I said, I haven't seen the full movie. I've seen clips of it, like 10-minute clips. I saw the speech at the ending with Justice Smith. The movie seemed, like I said, it wasn't bad. There's some funny parts between Liz and A.A. Ron. The movie, there was a little odd thing about this movie. One thing I will say is compared to when I was watching Dune had such an incumbence of music surrounding the film that it breathed a second life into the theatric experience for me. So when I think of Dune, I don't just think of Dune the movie. I also add in the sound. I add in the music experience. I've said in my other videos before, I've been listening to the Dune soundtrack for about 2 weeks now. That's how hyped up about it. In this movie, in the American Society, the Society of Magical Negroes, I'm probably butchering the name or whatever, but in the American Society of Magical Negroes, there was a lacking of music in some of the scenes. So scenes that maybe could have been carried along with a musical element behind it, there was none. So it got kind of boring. There was a clip I was watching and I was falling asleep a little bit. The crazy thing was only a 10-minute clip. Thank you to the dark web. But yeah, maybe they could have added that in well, but I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that it generated 1.3 million, but right now it's at 2.3. It didn't make a lot of money. That's no surprise at all. Tell me down below in the comment section. Tell me if you have seen the movie, how did you feel about it? Do you think this was a good movie? Did you think this movie was going to make any money? How do you feel about the actors? How do you feel about the director? Do you feel like the actors performed well? How do you feel about the premise of the story? Do you feel like the most dangerous animal on the planet is a white person? That's a crazy thing just to even say. That's crazy. But yeah, how do you feel about this? And did you think this movie was going to be a success at all? Tell me down below. Also tell me if you haven't seen this movie and you're like me, you're waiting for it to come on streaming. Are you going to see this? Or are you just so against supporting this film that you just are anti it? But yeah, tell me down below. I'm very curious to get your guys' response. And I do want to see that. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Be careful of white tears. Of white oppression. Of what? That's so crazy. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in Hollywood. I don't know why they're pushing out certain movies. Last year was really bad in the box office. 2023, the worst movies came out last year. The absolute worst films. The absolute worst films came out last year. We are in March and it hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too bad. Because I'm going to say Dune came out. I saw Griselda in January. And I thought I want to do a review of that. And I also want to do a review on Echo. Because I just got done watching that again, like for the second time. And Rebel Moon's coming out as well. And Rebel Moon was more last year, but it's the second half is coming out this year as well. But yeah, it was a bad year, but this year, but I'm gonna say this: Griselda and Dune Part 2, the best hands down movies that have come out this year, hands down. But yeah, if you don't want to watch this, go watch Dune 2, go watch Griselda, which is on Netflix. And yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date on any other good movies that I do see and I do watch. But yeah, Stay tuned. See you guys for the next one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all